Here we see I guess the referee called infraction rule when he like clapped his head between both heads, something I've never saw did before. and you see him in the corner where Manny just pummeling him right here with some great shots in there. Nothing that landed that clean, but it was enough to get excitement and got everyone, including me, thinking that maybe Clottey was hurt.
Yeah, on the replay, saw nothing landed.
I was impressed that Pacquiao was throwing 93 punches around in the first 3 rounds. In the 4th round, he threw 116 and moved his landed punches number up to 24. Clottey was 10 out of only 21 punches thrown.
Well, that's what Manny's going to have to do to win this fight, because he's going to have to go for a decision. And, going down the stretch, he's got to be ready to hold up just in case this man starts putting a little bit more punches together in addition to just walking in.
Well, right here you see Clottey applying a little more pressure early in this round, though he's still not moving his hands.
We mentioned several times in building up to the fight that Clottey is fighting for the first time with trainer Lenny DeJesus, and DeJesus has spent most of his career as a cut man, not as a trainer. In fact, he was Manny Pacquiao's cut man in Pacquiao's last loss against Eric Morales in 2005. Clottey wanted a trainer who worked with him earlier in his career in Ghana, Godwin Cote, to come here and handle him for this fight. But the United States Immigration Department did not allow a visa for Cote. And that left Clottey having to fight in what amount to makeshift circumstances for him. He's such a veteran, and he's so deeply ingrained in his own style that it's hard to imagine it would affect him all that much. But of course, you always want to have the training camp with the trainer you prefer.
Yeah, but I was not super impressed with his training before, so I think Lenny DeJesus would do very well. But I mean, psychologically, it would be a problem with him. But I was understanding that he was going back and forth between the trainers recently anyway, even before this guy was.
Well, he didn't want the trainer who trained him in New York for the Cotto fight. He wanted Godwin Cote, who had worked with him earlier in his career. That's who he couldn't get. And now he winds up with DeJesus as sort of a last resort. Pacquiao, of course, his relationship with Freddie Roach is probably the strongest relationship of any fighter and trainer in this sport.
Now, this is when Manny has a good chance to try to hurt Clottey when he starts punching, and that's when he leaves himself open a little bit. See that? When he punches, he pulls his head up. And that's what Manny has to try to catch when he's punching himself.
And when Clottey just guards like this and doesn't let his hands go, he's giving the fight away. Yeah, he has no chance.
If he punches himself, he may get caught, so that's his safety factor.
I'm not sure Joshua Clottey came to win tonight.
Breathing. Baby, you gotta take a chance, okay? Come on. I know you're in a fight. Come on, we gotta take chances. Move up. Unload. Come on. What are you waiting for? Come on, you kiss ahead.
Let's take a look at a punch zone graphic which will show you where Manny Pacquiao is landing his punches through 5 rounds. And look at the body shots. 41 out of his 84 landed punches are body shots, relatively equally distributed, 24 of them with the left hand, 17 with the right hand. That's been the heart of the Pacquiao attack tonight. Average per round through 5 rounds, Pacquiao 16 out of 99, Clottey 9 out of 30. Pacquiao has won 5 consecutive rounds to start the fight.
No, Pacquiao is not hurting Clottey. He is reducing Clottey to what he reduces all fighters to that he's fought recently. He's overwhelming Clottey. This is not as though Clottey's not fighting as he normally does. This is how he fights. He likes to block punches before he counters. And Pacquiao's offense is so overwhelming. Pacquiao never stops punching and Clottey never stops blocking.
In the last 30 years, there have been 3 star fighters from Ghana. The very great Azuma Nelson fought to win in every fight. No flies on him. And both Ike Quartey and Joshua Clottey have been spectacularly talented in the ring.
But going down the stretch in those close fights, Quartey never did stretch out. He was going to a safety zone. That's why he lost his big fights. And at this stage right here, this fighter here look like he's the same type. He's come from the same mold. He's got the talent, but he seems to be still a little too reserved. And worried of getting tired.
Not willing to lay himself on the line to try to win the fight.
Right. But this is how Clottey fights, and normally it's enough to win, except when he stepped up against the best guy.
But he knew he was fighting Manny Pacquiao.
When he steps up in class, he loses.
And what we all knew is that he would have to be someone he's not to win. We're asking a lot of him.
Right. He's being who he is.
And I think it's really a testament to Pacquiao so far.
Well, you know, if this is the verdict and we're going to watch 12 rounds of this, then Pacquiao's too good. Throws too much, moves too much, commands the ring too much. He's been in charge of the ring.
And yet Clottey is landing.
Yep, lands both of those right hands. Lands that combination. But now here comes Manny.
This is a very active round by Clottey's standards, and Pacquiao still outthrowing him.
I think he would do more if he would throw more punches to me than Clottey, but, you know, it's somewhere along the line. I know Manny is a machine, but, you know, I don't know if he's going to get tired physically or mentally.
But, Emmanuel, as you mentioned, Clottey doesn't open up because that's when Manny Pacquiao catches opponents in combinations, in exchanges. Well, the best way to stay on your feet is not to open up against Pacquiao.
It's another onslaught by Pacquiao to cement the round. His 4-hour workouts are becoming legendary in the sport, so if he gets tired, that's an event. And once again, in the round, Pacquiao is going to throw close to 100 punches, 94, and Clottey threw 35. You cannot win the fight.
Let's create openings now, okay? Let's create openings. Let's take a chances, huh? Come on, baby. 7th round coming up. Breathe in. Breathe in.
It's smart. Let's feint. That's how he's gonna jab, you hook over it.